What happened to Danny Koker from Counting Cars? Danny Koker became one of the most well-known automotive experts in the world after the debut of his popular television series Counting Cars, which covered the day-to-day operations of his Kustoms restoration and customizing business. However, following this enormous accomplishment, he found it extremely difficult to defend himself against a few lawsuits. This resulted in the cancellation of the show once and for all. But what actually happened on the show? If you want to know all about Danny Koker and his life from Counting Cars, then stay with us until the end of the video. And let's get started. Danny is a well-known television personality, musician, and business tycoon. On his History Channel show Counting Cars, he transforms vintage cars and motorcycles. Counting Cars is a spin-off of the History Channel's long-running reality series Pawn Stars and chronicles the exploits of Count's Kustoms, a prestigious car restoration business with Danny the Count Koker at the helm. Counting Cars has been a great hit since it debuted in 2012, in large part due to the never-ending flow of custom hot rods and choppers that pass through Count's Kustoms. But the show would also not be the same without the charismatic presence of main man Danny Koker and the sometimes unbelievable deals that he negotiates for vehicles that his shop then fixes up to sometimes flip for profit. But as is often the case when someone succeeds in the entertainment business as much as the Count, legal problems seem to follow. Like they did in 2014, when a lawsuit was brought against Count's Kustoms 2 years after the History Channel series featuring Koker premiered. From the details of that court case to Koker's childhood in Cleveland and his background in music, here's what happened to Danny Koker and what the future holds for Counting Cars as of this report. Danny Koker was born in Cleveland, Ohio in 1964. Like his father, Daniel Koker, Danny is a musician who plays and records with his band Counts 77. The Foggy River Boys, the Oak Ridge Boys, Mahalia Jackson, C.L. Franklin, and the senior Koker all performed on the same stage. So it's not surprising that Danny Koker followed in his father's musical footsteps by playing in the Koker family band, the Koker Family Singers, when he was a small child. Danny's time in the spotlight began early, according to the official Count 77 band website, when he gave a concert at Carnegie Hall at the age of just 11 years old. Despite the Koker family's success in music, Danny's dad needed a day job, as musicians often do, and he found it at the Ford Motor Company in Detroit. For that reason, Danny, a self-taught mechanic, was exposed to the automobile industry, and he became obsessed with not only fixing cars and motorcycles, but also buying and selling them. Danny's passion for cars brought him to Las Vegas, where he met Rick Harrison, the owner of the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, who served as the model for the reality television show Pawn Stars on the History Channel. During this time, Danny also adopted the nickname The Count. Additionally, Danny Koker's appearance in Counting Cars was not his first on-screen appearance. Koker promoted B horror films on the Vegas TV station KFBT between 1990 and 2000. Koker dressed up as an Elvis impersonator and vampire while doing this because, well, it's Vegas, so why not? As a result, Koker gained the moniker The Count, which he carried with him ever since. So when Rick Harrison got success in Pawn Stars, Koker's pal tried to convince Koker to join him. The success of Koker's appearances on Harrison's television show led to the creation of the Counting Cars spin-off, which is focused on Count's Kustoms, a company that Koker founded in his own garage back in the 1980s. But soon after Counting Cars debuted, a couple from Vegas who sent their 1967 Ford Mustang to be modified in the hopes that it would appear on television filed a lawsuit against Koker's company in 2014. The $50,000 complaint claimed that neither the couple's car nor Koker's company ever planned to finish the job by the deadline they promised. The lawsuit claims that the couple requested a refund, but it was never given to them after learning that the work had not even been started and that the vehicle was not even the kind they had in mind. Following this, Danny Koker's legal issues persisted when in 2017 a $75,000 lawsuit was filed against a former Counts Custom employee on the grounds that they had stolen money from Koker's business. Although this issue was resolved as well, the litigation undoubtedly turned his life upside down for a while. However, apart from lawsuits and allegations, things are going well in Koker's private life. Koker wed Corey Koker, his girlfriend, in 2015. She currently contributes significantly to the success of Count's Vamped Rock Bar and Grill, another side business for Koker where she manages live entertainment as well as other operations. However, his personal life was attacked as well when in 2022, rumors spread online that Koker's wife Corey had died in a car wreck, but those turned out to be untrue and she's alive and well. Well, it seems that people would believe just about anything. Now, we know that as Danny Koker is a successful man, he must have a huge net worth. So how much is Danny Koker worth? According to reports, Danny Koker from Counting Cars earns about $1.6 million per year. He produced 16 episodes on average between 2016 and 2018, earning presumably $100,000 per episode. Danny Koker's net worth is consequently calculated using this information to be $13 million. Adding to the Count's Kustoms restoration shop in Las Vegas, an auto repair shop, the Counting Cars television series, the Rio All-Suite Hotel, the Count's Vamped Rock Bar and Grill, a rock band, a music recording studio, and a tattoo parlor are just a few of the diverse businesses that the reality show host has built. So it's clear that his success is shining everywhere. Talking about his residence, a 5-building complex that resembles an anthill makes up Danny Koker's home, which is off-limits to cameras because it is crucial to his business portfolio. The company owns a film studio, a showroom, and a merchandising store called Count's Kustoms, a restoration shop, and other investments. Additionally, this is the basis upon which the TV show is produced. Isn't that the life of a dream? So, since he loves cars, you must be wondering how many cars he has in his collection. It turns out that the car enthusiast has more than 70 motorcycles in addition to 58 vehicles. He still drives the 1966 Mustang GT with blue and white stripes that his father bought for him when he was 9 years old. This car was the catalyst for his obsession with expensive cars at the beginning of the 1970s. But Danny Koker's biggest nightmare appears to be the 1972 Lamborghini Miura SV. Although Koker has never had the opportunity to purchase a Lamborghini, he talks about a time when he was close to buying the Lamborghini but the deal fell through at the last minute. In a 2013 interview with the American Profile, he says of the 1972 Lambo, "Somewhere between 15 and 20 years ago, I almost had a deal on one and then it fell through," Koker remembers. "I lost the car and I'm still looking for one. They get more and more expensive every day." The 1972 Lamborghini Miura SV could be one of the most beautiful cars ever made, Koker said on his YouTube channel, Count's Kustoms Network, 6 years after he first mentioned how close he was to getting one. Koker elaborates on the infamous bargain that never happened, claiming that the seller of the 1972 Miura became emotional right before they were about to sign the contract and backed out of the arrangement. Koker said, "Smart move on his part, because a 72 Lamborghini Miura SV by today's standards, depending on condition, has got to be a $2 to $3 million car." Currently, some of the automobiles found in his collection include a 1973 Buick Riviera, a 1965 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, a 1979 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, a 1972 Monte Carlo, a 1970 Coronet, and a 1962 Volkswagen Carmen Ghia. When talking about how many of his cars get out on the road, Koker said, "I try to rotate vehicles that I personally drive on a regular basis. So I'm going to say there might be 25 to 30 that I get out regularly. And then most of them are kept in what I call dry storage, where you empty out all the fluids and put them to sleep." So in conclusion, we can say that Count's Kustoms became popular because of the young man's passion for car restoration, according to his successful life narrative, and it was thanks to this accomplishment that Danny Koker was able to appear on Pawn Stars and American Restoration on the History Channel. That's all for today. If you're interested in more, have a look at this video. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe.